Almost forgot to record. Okay. Focus, focus. There we go. So this is sort of up close. This is, like I said, not exactly the same, but generally from a material and structure perspective or technical perspective, it is similar. And I will go through and show you some of the stuff in my toolbox. If you are interested in making your own. All right, so see, there's my obsessed self who hyperfixed on the tassels you gave me and said that and turned them into earrings. Yeah, you did get the red right, Sarah. I saw them. And by the way, I lost my earrings that I made. I don't know where they are. I've never seen them again since Pittsburgh. No clue. I thought I left them in the car, but never turned up. All right. So all the materials I got from my local craft store. As far as the actual threading material, I did a combination of 2 different kinds of embroidery thread. So I don't know a whole lot about crochet or embroidery or cross stitch or anything like that. I just picked up stuff that looked like it would work. So this is the thinner version. It says 310. I don't know what that means. Let me see. This is like the other version, 310. So I don't know. But this is thinner, much thinner than your standard embroidery thread like you use for cross stitch. So I did a combination of the thin and the thicker using this thin stuff on the inside just to add volume without adding weight to it. Obviously he bounces around a lot. Hello, welcome in. Time to make some more. I was so proud of you when you complimented my tassels. Oh, hi, Courtney. Well, thank you. Yeah, you figured it out. That's why I think a lot of people can figure it out, you know? Okay, so this is the thinner on the inside, and then I used 2 colors on the outside. Just a little bit of this sort of maroon red, dark red. I don't know if the camera's making it look a lot redder than it is. It's really deep, like kind of subtle red. And then black. So in this example one that I have here, I use this sort of coppery stuff in the center and then regular embroidery thread all around in black. All right, next. And it's super easy to make. So I start with the thinner stuff and I literally just wrap it around my hand a whole bunch of times, cut it, do the next color, cut it, do the next color, and then take it off and snip it all at the bottom, sort of evenly on the bottom. And then I'll go back and trim it up afterwards too, just to make sure everything is like kind of straight across like this one is at the bottom. So essentially you have your tassel after that. You just need to secure everything together. Really simple. What I use to secure, so I've done 2 different ways. I use, and I think I use this for vests too. This is clear stretch transparent cord, 0.8 millimeters. It's stretchy. This is what I use to secure it right around, you know, the head here or whatever it's called. I don't know what the tassel term is. But I use this, just wrapping it around really tight, knotting it, and then I did a dab of Gorilla Glue just so it would stay. But before that, I would put the charms on, which I'll show you a little bit more about what we have for Vessel's charms, because this is not it. I didn't make a pair. I made 4 in total for him, and 2 of them had these coins on them, and 2 of them had sort of a combination of beads on them. And he chose the coin ones to wear. Let me see. I'm running out of these coins, so I don't really have exactly what I used before. So this I picked up at like Joann's or Michael's, and they are Zodiac coins. There we go. So they have, you know, kind of a depiction of, with this one, Gemini, and on the back it just has a little symbol. One has the Libra Zodiac coin, and I just went for Libra because at the time in 2023 he was wearing a necklace with a Libra coin on it, and I found this Libra coin and thought, oh my god, it looks the same. So I don't know what it means to him, the Libra, but he chose to wear it, so I take that as like I must have done something right. I took a guess and I tried. So anyways, one of the coins on his robe is the Libra coin. The other coin I don't have any more of, but I mean it was similar. It's almost exactly the same size. This is the Zodiac ones. This was the tree ones, and it was just a little tree of life coin. Same exact size. They look like they belong together, and it's the same company that makes them. So metal beads. Bead landing is what it says. So just a tree of life, I'm sure. You know, you can look up what that looks like if you need to, but I just picked it because no reason. It reminded me of the Love You Want video, so I just went with it. And that's how I picked the coins. Let's see, Sarah. I don't know if it helps, but I also ordered the similar. Oh, Sarah got them on Amazon. And I saw Sarah's, and they looked identical to what I got, I think. I mean, this was a year ago, almost. So, I can't say for certain, but I think they were the same. You guys gotta remind me to drink water today. I'm having a hard time with my throat hurting today. So we gotta keep me hydrated. Feel free to yell at me in the chat to hydrate. Okay, so put the coin on. We wrapped it around with the clear stuff. I've also just used regular embroidery thread to wrap it around too. It seems to work fine. Just get it super tight. And that's this right here. Dab of Gorilla Glue. And then for the top, now this is kind of tricky. I got these gigantic jump rings. So, I mean, they're the biggest jump rings that I could find, and they're heavy duty. They're kind of like a pain to open and close. So it's best if you can avoid opening and closing. Attach things to these instead of opening this to attach to things. That makes sense. Because they're tough. But I use these also in stained glass too. So these are my like holders to put it on a chain or on the wall. So I can double use those. Heavy duty jump rings. So back to this. This is what that is, the jump ring. And you just kind of force your threads through this. I twist it up, make it as tight as I can, and kind of force it through, getting all of them through here, and then you just kind of straighten everything out. Sorry, I keep going the wrong direction. Start straighten everything out, tie it, put your coin on, and then trim everything up at the bottom. And then lastly, this at the top. So when I was working on his, it was like 3 days before the show in Detroit in fall of 2023. And oh, Chris, Pat, what size are the jump rings? Big, I don't know. Biggie. Here, I'll try to do this. I have one of the big jump rings and one of, this is like a normal jump ring pack. Come on, focus, focus. There we go. So, biggie jump ring, normal jump ring. If that helps. Hopefully it does. Oh, where was I? Talking about in the fall of 2023, 3 days before. Ruler? Let me see if I got a ruler. I got a measuring tape. This isn't gonna help. This is too big. It's almost a half an inch from end to end. So, all right, good idea, Patrick. Thank you. All right, anyways, getting back to the actual mechanics of this. So I had just watched videos, like anything I could get my hands on for the summer tour of 2023, and I studied like as much as I could, like just zooming in and trying to figure out what he had on there already on his elbow piece, and it looked to me like there was already some kind of jump ring sewn into the garment, like on the end. So that's why I went with the lobster claw, so that it can be removed, like if it didn't work out or something changed. Focus. There you go, lobster claw right there. And it can be put on and removed. And I found out after, when I was communicating with Chevy, their wardrobe assistant, that I made the right call because there was a jump ring sewn in, and they were able to remove them after each show and then put them on before, just so like they don't get damaged, like when they're in transit or whatever, when it's packed up. So yeah, I made the right call there. But you know, if you were making your own for whatever purpose, like maybe it's just a keychain, or we made earrings for the Pittsburgh show, and I just bought these standard generic earring pieces, hardware. There you go. Just a pack of them at Joann's or Michael's, and you just attach that instead of the lobster claw. So just a jump ring and then lobster claw or whatever you're using. So let's see, we got tokens eaten. That reminds me, I need to sew some onto mine. Yeah, it's just hand stitched, really simple. I remember her laying into him that he needed to take care of them. I think I missed that. I missed half of that conversation when she went live and talked about them on, I think it was Instagram. I caught the end of it, but yeah, she did say something about this way I can make sure they're taken off, and they don't get damaged. And maybe that's the key. Maybe that's why they've lasted so long, because to be quite honest with you, I don't know how they're lasting. I watch those things bopping around on him when he's doing his little dancey dances, and I don't know how they're staying together. They just have a dollop of Gorilla Glue holding them together. So let's see. Oh, she has Instagram. Yeah, she's Chevy Marie. She doesn't. She's not working for them now. So I don't know if she ever will again, but because she tours with all kinds of bands, and she kind of jumps from tour to tour. So I don't know if that's her complete. Maybe Sarah, can you verify that for me? Her actual Instagram handle, if it's just Chevy Marie, if there's numbers or something in there. I think you could also add rivets. You probably could. So a rivet would be a piece of metal that kind of went around here, right? And then you kind of hammer it, squeeze it down. Is that what you mean, Chris Pat? Because that would probably work, but we know that this method works for multiple concert tours, concerts and tours. So, yeah, so far, I mean, there could be someday when they do fall apart, but oh, thank you, Sarah. There's her Instagram. There might be someday they fall apart. I did make, like I said, I made 4 total. So there's a backup if one does fall apart, but yeah, I don't know how they're hanging on. I don't know how they're hanging in there with the way I see them moving around. So yeah, I think it's very easy to make. I had made tassels before, just like jewelry and stuff years ago, and I learned just from like YouTube and like vloggers and bloggers and stuff, and it's super simple. So I really encourage you guys, if you are like a cosplayer or want a memento. Actually, this is the reason I have this one made right now, is because I made a whole bunch. Instead of making bracelets outside the concert and trading bracelets, I made tassels. So my closest friends got the tassels, and I traded for some good bracelets and stuff for tassels. So this is definitely something you could do instead of bracelets too. I've never token Eden to add his cloak to clip them too. Oh, he could add rivets. Got it. So yeah, I think you can do it yourself. And if you do have any questions or you're stuck and you need help, I'm totally open to helping people or giving advice about how to make them and what materials to use and what hardware. I just can't make and sell them for everybody. It's just too much. I hate saying no to people, but the reality is, I already have a business that sucks the life out of me, so I can't add more to that. But yeah. So does anybody have any questions about tassel related things? Oh, by the way, here's also this is the tools that I use. They're just little pliers, 2 kinds of pliers, and these open up jump rings, hold things in place, pull the jump rings back together. Other than scissors, everything fits into this little box right here. So very simple, I feel. And if you have any tassel questions, let me know. I'm going to take a little drink. All right, so there's no more questions. I will move on to stained glass. I started this stained glass project a couple months ago. I think like 2 months now.